Hey guys, you're welcome back to SNS Kitchen. You're very welcome. If you are new here, a warm welcome to you. Okay, so on today's episode, I'll be making this yummy and mouth-watering Afang soup. This tasted extremely delicious. So let's delve into the making. To my empty pot, I'm going to introduce all the proteins I'll be making use of in this recipe. They are all washed and cleaned. Okay, I added the beef, the cow skin, the stockfish, and dry fish. I did not debone my dry fish, but they are all thoroughly washed. I introduced salt and seasoning cube followed by pepper. This recipe doesn't require onions, okay? So I'm going to introduce enough water to cover that up. I'm going to cover this and let this cook on a high heat for the next 1 hour till everything softens. Afang soup doesn't require much water, but this particular one I added now is the one that will be enough for me to cook the meat till everything becomes soft. And over here I have my okazi leaves. Okay, this is fresh okazi leaves. Next I'm going to pound it using my mortar. I'm going to do that behind the camera. Okay, please do not wash this vegetable after slicing. Just make sure you buy the fresh one. Wash thoroughly before cutting. After cutting it into tiny size, you don't need to wash again, or else it's gonna turn black. Yeah, so that's it. Next I'll be needing my water leaves. These are fresh water leaves. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it into tiny chunks as well. I washed thoroughly before cutting. Okay, please do not cut this into big chunks. Try as much as possible to cut it into tiny bits. And while that is done, I'm gonna transfer that into this bowl. And that is done. I am done with slicing and I'm also done with pounding of the okazi. You can make use of your blender to blend this if you don't have mortar and pestle. Yeah, moving on, our meat has been cooking for 45 minutes now and it is ready. As you can see, the meat has soaked all the water, all the stock. This recipe doesn't require water at all. It's going to derive its water from the water leaves. Yeah. To that I introduced blended crayfish and fresh red pepper. I'm going to go ahead and introduce my red palm oil. If you have periwinkles, please add it at this point, okay? I don't have periwinkles. I can't find it around me, so I made this soup without periwinkles. I'm going to stir well and cover the pot. I'll let this cook again for another 5 to 7 minutes. And this is 5 minutes later. It is time for me to introduce my seasoning cube and salt. I'm gonna stay again to combine and I'll introduce my water leaf. Yeah, if you add your water leaf, please make sure you don't cook it more than 3 minutes. This is to make sure the veggie stays fresh after cooking. And this is 3 minutes later. My kitchen smells lovely at this moment. So guys, it is time for me to introduce the rest of the ingredients. And that's it. I stirred properly to combine and I added the pounded okazi leaves. Yeah. And next I introduced my crayfish. I mixed thoroughly to combine again. I covered my pot and let it steam again for the next 30 to 60 seconds. And this is few seconds later. Our afang soup is ready. This tasted extremely delicious. So guys, and that brings me to the end of today's episode. I want to thank you so much for watching. Until I come your way next time, remain blessed. I love you. Bye-bye. Bye.